Hello, just following on from our upper body exercises, we're now going to focus on the lower body exercises and our abs. So we're going to do glute work, adductors, abductors work, quad work, hamstring work, calf work, and then finishing off just with a little bit of abs work as well. So going straight into it, it's entirely up to you how many reps, how many sets you want to do. Okay, and I'll put a few more ideas in the things you can use around the house if you haven't got weighted poles or weights to use. So nice and easy, we're going to start off with our quads. So we're going to get the quads facing nice and straight, parallel with each other, shoulder width apart, pushing the bum away. We're going to get our knees trying not to go over our toes, hips in line with our knees as we go down. So it's just going to be a squat, nice and low, and pushing up. Okay, like I said, as many sets as you want to do, as many reps as you want to do. So pushing down. Okay, making sure knees don't go over our toes, hips are in line with our knees. Okay. To make this one a little bit harder, we can just widen our stance so it's wider than our shoulders, turn our feet slightly out wide. Okay, we're going to sit in between our legs. Again, knees not going over our toes, hips in line, pushing out. Okay, to make this one a little bit harder, you may have some weights you want to hold in between, push out as you're holding the weights in here. So, as many reps as you want to do, as many sets as you want to do, just remembering technique in here, knees not over your toes, hips in line with your knees. Nice and simple one for our quads there. Okay, so then we're going to be focusing on more laying down prone exercises. So it's not straight with our feet and legs on top of each other. I've just grabbed a wooden pole from the garage. Okay, if you've got a weighted pole, excellent, it's entirely up to you. Okay, with the weighted pole, it's going to be balanced on the top of our top leg on the outside, and all we're going to do with a straight leg is lift it up nice and high. Okay, just extend it up, hold for a second or two at the top, back down before our feet go back down to touching, raising up, nice and slowly on the way down. Okay, with this one, to make it a little bit harder, it's just putting weights on the end of the pole that's going to then make it a little bit heavier to lift up, and it's just going to be working outside of our top leg as we go down, remembering feet not touching on the way back down, so you're fully taking control of the weight nice and slowly. So whatever you do, as I'm using my right leg, whatever I'm doing on my right leg, I'm repeating on my left leg as well. Okay, so rather than me repeating it, we're then going to work the groin on the inside, so take away the top leg. Okay, so it's nice and balanced. This time my pole is resting on the inside of my lower leg. Okay, so all we're going to do is nice and slowly, with the wooden pole on my leg, is extend up, hold for a second or two, drop back down just before the foot touches the floor. It's then repeat again. Push it out, and my leg's nice and straight as I'm repeating again. Whatever I'm doing on my left leg, I'm going to then do on my right leg as well. Okay, adding weights at the bottom. If you haven't got a weighted pole, we'll just make it a little bit harder as you lift up and taking the weight down nice and slowly. So there's two exercises we can do for adductors and abductors. Focusing on the groin to begin with, we're going to go down into a press up position. Hands shoulder width apart, and our knees are going to be shoulder width apart as well. Okay, I'm going to show you on the right leg, and all it's going to be doing is my knees will be driving back, so my hip and knees are in line with each other, and that's going to be working my glute. Drive it up, hold for a second or two, and bring back down. Just before the knee touches the floor again, drive up, push out. This time, ankle in line with my knee in line with my hip, bring back down. Okay, whatever we're doing on the right leg, we'll repeat on the left leg as well as we go through. So that's just going to be working in the glute, part of the hamstring as well, but focusing a little bit more on the hamstring. We're going to turn around, laying down on our back. So this time, one leg's going to be nice and straight, other leg, foot flat on the floor, knee up to the sky. Very important, we rest our head on our neck, arms out to the side for balance. All we're looking to do is raise our hips up, so our knee, hip and shoulder are in a straight line but diagonal line, and that's going to lift our left leg up as well. So resting our head and arms for balance out the side, it's then driving up, hold for a second or two, just before the bum touches the floor, repeat again, driving out nice and high, hold it at the top. again, whatever we're doing on the right leg as I'm showing you now, we'll change over and we'll repeat. The hold and the rest of the head is important on this one. Breathing out as you go up, in as you come back down. And it's again, not letting your glutes touch the floor. So that's just touching my quads, hamstrings, glutes, adductors and abductors. Okay, final one is our calves, lower leg part. So I'm going to use the weighted pole that I've got, my wooden pole, just for balance. Using the step, half the foot on the step, half the foot off the step. We're just looking to raise our toes up nice and high and then dropping our heels down. So keeping my balance with the pole, up onto my toes, nice and high. As I come down, it's just dropping the heels lower than the step and repeat. Okay, no reason why you couldn't do this as single legs, work on the left leg then the right leg. Okay, but today, just going to do doubles. Okay, and that's just pushing up onto our top of our toes, dropping down, just to focus on our calves in here. And finally, just finishing off with some abs work because we didn't touch on it on the upper body one. Nice and simple. Again, feet flat on the floor, knees facing the sky, nice and wide as my shoulders, hands on my quads. We're just raising our arms nice and straight so our hands cover our knees and back down, making sure our shoulders don't touch the floor. Up, second hold, back down. Again, chin off our chest, breathing out as we go out, in as we come back down. Okay, sets, reps, entirely up to you again as we go through. So following on for this one, we've done the upper body and lower body now. We're then going to look to go into different circuits, so upper body work, lower body work, some endurance and short sharp exercises as well. So hopefully we've covered all exercises there, to all the body parts as well. So looking forward to sending another one out so we can get more involved as well. Thanks again guys.